Yeah, different energy, huh? Different energy, huh? Okay, okay. Yeah. I get it. I get it. Fucking hell, dude. Well, that was not ideal. And now I feel like our season's done again. And now I'm back on the train boat of firing Ty Lue again. What the hell was that? Now listen, let me explain first things first. Let me get this thing out the way. I'm not gonna blame Terrance Mann at the end because let's be honest, as Clipper fans, that's the one thing we need to look at. I'm not gonna blame Terrance Mann, but at the same time, I'm gonna look at Terrance Mann and say this: what the fuck were you doing, man? Just go up and dunk or lay the ball up. It was right there, and you just passed it up like that. Why? Out of all the times he was aggressive, he wants to pass it up right then and there. Are you serious, dude? Are you serious? That might have been the worst thing Terrance Mann has done all year. That might have been the worst thing Terrance Mann has done all year. We had a chance to take the lead at least with a few seconds left in the game. I don't know why Terrance Mann didn't take that layup or take the dunk. It was right there for the tanking. Right there. The Clippers could have escaped this game by the skin of their teeth if Terrance Mann just dunks or lays the ball up and they get a stop. Look, I can dwell how much the Terrance Mann layup may have cost us the game. I could have done that. But, and there can be an argument made, the Clippers could have called a timeout. But literally, Terrance Mann had a wide open lane to the basket. And the one time we just don't go up, it loses us the game. Now, I'm not going to dwell too much on that reason to why we lost the game because let's be honest. The Terrance Mann passing up a layup, dunk, whatever you want to call it, to take the lead with seconds left to go in the game is not really the main reason why the Clippers lost this game. The main reason why the Clippers lost this game was because their two stars barely showed up somewhat. Their coaching, again, befuddles me with the rotations. And then the offense was just god awful. Oh, and then the third quarter when we just consistently turned the ball over and let the Mavericks go on a 22-3 run. Now the Clippers are in a must-win game going back to Dallas on Friday. Wait, no, Friday? Yes, Friday in Dallas in Game 6, where Dallas can clinch and move on to the second round, which I'm led to believe that that's probably going to happen. What's a good way to describe this game? Everything the Clippers did in games 3 and 4, they completely went away in Game 5. The defense, it wasn't nearly as good to start the game off. It really wasn't. I didn't feel that sense of urgency. I didn't see it at all. And obviously, Dallas made a lineup change by starting Boban over Kleba. Personally, that still means nothing to me. The Clippers on offense had no urgency because they started chucking up shots again from 3 when we didn't need to do that. And then by the time we realized, oh, we need to start laying the ball up and going to the paint and going to the rim, it was too late. Turnovers killed us in that third quarter. But going back to in the first half, we played horrible. Honestly, offense wasn't good. Defense was all right and was getting better, but it could have still played much better. And at the time, I believe we were only down 2 in the half. We fired back and we take the lead, and this was the point in the game where it changed. We were up 67-62, I believe. Mavs called the timeout. Or I believe it was the Clippers that called a timeout. It was one of those. One of those things happened. I know there was a timeout. And because of that timeout happening, the Mavericks go on a 22-3 run in the rest of the third quarter. And essentially, there you go. That's what really lost us the game. When the Mavericks went on a huge commanding lead run, which is what I was waiting for the Clippers to do, which has been the entire thing this entire series the Clippers need to do, is take that commanding lead. But no, they didn't. Kawhi Leonard, I don't even know. First things first, Kawhi Leonard, what? Actually, no, that's more on Ty Lue. I'll get to that. Let me pull up the damn statistics. Okay, statistics-wise, the box score. Kawhi Leonard, definitely his worst game of the series. 20 points and 7 to 19 from the field. I don't. The Clippers go as far as Kawhi Leonard takes them, man. He really does. He really does, man. They go as far. If Kawhi is not having plus 20 points, then we're not winning these playoff games, man. I was very disappointed in Kawhi. Some cases he was chucking up shots, and then when he did drive, he was careless with the basketball. And it counted like him turning the ball over like four or five straight times, which let the Mavericks get on this run, man. Which the turnovers were just killers. Rondo had a turnover. Rondo had an awful game tonight. He had an awful game. His worst game as a Clipper tonight. His worst game as a Clipper. Batum. Only, if you ask me, Batum was probably the best Clipper on the court to me, and he only had 10 points. And Batum proves that he's been great. And I really hope next year, if the Clippers are keeping this core intact, they re-sign Nicholas Batum. They can't let this guy go to some other team. They have to re-sign him. I don't know if he's going to want more money. I don't know if he wants to come back on another cheap deal. But I hope the Clippers re-sign him next year. Paul George played all right, but the same thing like Kawhi Leonard. In the fourth quarter, Paul George, he was doing everything that I've been asking the Clippers to do. Drive to the rim. Stop chucking up threes. Another reason why we lost this game. Clippers had it rolling. And then Paul George takes an inverted jump shot from three. Just almost damn near similar to the three that he took in game 2 when he had Porzingis on him, and he could have just drove on Porzingis. But no, he takes an ill-advised three. It makes Dallas outstretch their lead. And even though they managed to almost damn near come back, you look at some of these damn mistakes and you're like, they're just gut punches. The turnovers. And then he turned the ball over 2-3 straight times when he came down the court. You look at some of these mishaps by Kawhi Leonard with the turnovers, Paul George, the same thing with the turnovers, the inverted threes. The same could go for Kawhi too. And some of the fact that the team just together collectively wasn't playing with a sense of urgency is the reason why they really lost this game. I'm going to keep this post-game recap shorter than I typically did. But I don't know what's going on with fucking Ty Lue, man. His rotations went back to being god-awful trash. Reggie Jackson, for the most part, stunk in this game, even though he had 20 points. The dude had 29 minutes. He could have had those minutes cut. Like, really, dude? Really? Should have gave more minutes to Batum. Should have gave more minutes to Mann. You could have. It's just Ty Lue some of the rotations at some moments in the game just didn't make no sense for me. It just didn't. It just didn't for me. Like, it really didn't. And then the last play where we have to get a 3 to tie the game, that's the play you come out after calling timeout. Nobody's open. You just have Kawhi dribble it and take a contested 3. That's honestly similar to last year's little stuff we always saw at the end of the games when we had to get a big shot at the end to maybe tie or get closer to a game in the bubble. It's just give the ball to Kawhi, and if there's a defender all over him, he's just going to chuck up a 3. No picks, no screens being set to get Kawhi Leonard or Paul George open for 3 to potentially tie the game and go into overtime. Nothing. No play drawn up. It's just give the Blazers your superstars, see if they can get enough distance, and then jack up a 3. What are we doing here? And now you got me back on the Ty Lue deserves to get fired. I don't care. Ty Lue deserves to get fired if we lose this in this first round, man. Because there's too many mistakes he's been making. He's not giving this team, he's not telling the team to wake up with a sense of urgency because they're damn near slow. The rotations have been awful these playoffs, this playoff round, other than really game 4. And he tanked for this. Why? And then 2, you're going to go out to the same team that Doc Rivers could beat, but you can't? Oh, no, you deserve to get your pink slip. You deserve to get fired for that nonsense. well, all I can say is the Dallas Maverick fans can laugh at me now because I made those 2 videos laughing at them, thinking we had the series locked, dead, and set. Well, guess what? Now this game could potentially be a 7-game series now. And who knows? Anything can happen. We might go back up into Dallas and just end up winning it. Anyways, the Clippers failed to show up again. Hopefully, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George do a better job next on Friday. It starts like this. First thing that I first can say this. Stop chucking up threes for the love of God. Stop chucking up threes. The threes aren't falling, man. He kept chucking 3 up 3 after 3 after 3 after 3 after 3. Why? Go to the basket and go drive. That's the only thing the Dallas Mavericks could not stop, even with Boban in the game. That was the only thing they couldn't stop. So why did we go away from that? No idea. Oh, that's Ty Lue's scheme, chucking up threes. That's not going to be sustainable. And if you're not hitting threes, go to the rim, go to the basket. You were wondering why the Clippers weren't getting all these foul calls. Well, guess what? The refs aren't going to blow the whistle if you're just going to be chucking up threes and not giving an attitude of just going to the basket. So the Clippers, starting in game 6, need to start going to the rim more. Damn the shooting the threes. Only shoot the threes if they're wide open threes. Personally, I'd rather not. And then I guess one more thing, offensive rebounding for the Mavericks was key for them. There was many times where the Clippers didn't box out and let the Mavericks get an offensive rebound, and it ended up having the Mavericks get second chance points. But we really lost the game with the 20 in the middle of the third quarter when Matt Dallas went on a 22-3 run. Anyways, the Clippers are back down. The backs are against the wall, and their season is on the line, just like the other team in Los Angeles, where they have to go. The only difference is the Lakers have to go back home and try to win a game on their home court, while we have to go into Dallas territory. Well, I'm not saying anything, but I would not be shocked if the Clippers get blown out. I would not be shocked if the Clippers lose. Again, like I said, I feel bad for Terrance Mann, but listen, at the same time, Terrance Mann, he needs to go up and he needs to dunk that ball. He had a wide open layup and he passed it up. You can't be afraid of the moment. Just dunk it. And guess what? Because of that, I guarantee you, Ty Lue's going to play Reggie more minutes than Terrance Mann now. I bet Clipper fans ain't thinking about that now. Now that Terrance Mann, you could say, made a fuck up in terms of passing up a great look and a dunk over Luka, no less. Now Tyler's going to be like, I can't put this kid in the clutch. I can't. Especially in a huge key playoff moment. I was shocked they would take him out earlier, but no, they didn't. They stuck with him. And when I saw Paul George pass to Mann, I'm like, man, drive. And then he drove, and then I'm like, just go up and dunk it. And then he passed it. And obviously, Batum, it was too contested of a shot for Batum. He got it up, but it was too contested, and it didn't go in. Clippers got to win a must-win game on Friday in Game 6 to see if they can have a chance. Obviously, your freaking slow Joes or your freaking people who like to rip the Clippers are going to be on social media ripping the Clippers again because, hey, they're the flippers and they suck. Please, if you really analyze this game, even though the Clippers lost in the third quarter, they had a chance. to go up. They had a chance. And listen, that's for Terrance Mann to understand and learn. Hey, I got to be the aggressor, and I have to take that shot. I can't pass that up. If I have a good look, I have a good look. Like, we know Terrance Mann, he's been aggressive with driving to the basket, and the one time he wants to be passive aggressive, he passes it up. I'm not going to blame him for most of the reason why the Clippers lost, but I will definitely put that as one of the smallest reasons to why the Clippers really lost. I love Terrance Mann, but he can't be afraid of the moment. He can't. You have to shoot it. If you have to have the confidence in yourself that you can make that layup. And I guarantee you, he's going to be replaying that shot over and over and over again. The least we can hope for is that doesn't get Terrance Mann too damn down to the point he starts regretting that self. So hopefully his teammates, even his mother, who he's in touch with all the time, tells him like, hey, it's okay. You just have to remember you can't allow that to happen again. But it's just you got to look at it for Terrance Mann. He's a young player. He's still a growing player. And typically you don't see players in that some young players in that moment don't do that, take those shots. Now, more of the superstar young players do, but Terrance Mann is the equivalent of a role player. I love Terrance Mann, but he really missed a golden opportunity to have like a very key big moment in Clippers history. That building would have went insane if he had dunked it. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. It was a disappointing, sad loss. I feel bad for Terrance Mann, but he has to be better. The team as a whole has to be better. Game 6, I need to see urgency from the jump. If they start off slow, we might end up losing that game. Because now Dallas got the momentum again, and that is not good. Anyways, the Clippers need to win Game 6 to force a Game 7, and hopefully in Game 7, we have a better performance from our star players. And hopefully in Game 6, we have a better performance from our star players. Anyways, this has been Ken for 15. I'm going to get out of here. If you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this Clippers loss. Who do you blame this loss more importantly? On the man, Kawhi Leonard, and Paul George, Ty Lue, and stuff like that. Anyways, hit the subscribe button if you want to get more Clippers game recaps. Until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'll see you guys on Friday for what may be the final Clippers video of the year. We'll just have to see, but well, it wouldn't be the final Clippers video of the year. It would definitely be the second to last because I'm actually going to be doing a season review for the Clippers. Anyways, I'm going to catch you guys in the next video Friday. I'll see you guys till then. Guys. Peace.